I'm Beverly Silas. I'm here with Mimi Raper, Associate Minister of First United Methodist Church, and we're having a conversation about the church conversations we had April through May of 2008. Hi, Mimi.
Hi, Beverly. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's good to see you.
Thank you. It's good to see you too. So, let's talk about the conversations we had last year.
Okay.
What prompted this? Why did we have them?
I was going around to different teams in the church and hearing over and over team members saying, let's have focus groups to answer questions from the congregation about what the teams were doing and what they needed to be doing. And we decided instead of having many focus groups, we would have 3 or 4 focus groups that would answer or ask questions from every team. And so we planned it, and we first started with the administrative board, and they answered the questions. There were about 13 questions, I think. And then in May, on the first Sunday of the month, and in June, on the first Sunday of the month, we invited people in the congregation to come have a meal and have a facilitated conversation about the questions that the teams had submitted.
You know, I think it was so good that we invited members of the congregation to come and talk with us face to face as opposed to having an online survey or a paper survey. Did we have positive feedback from that?
We did. There were a lot of people who were very happy to be in groups finding out about other people that they didn't see, never knew, because they were in other worship services. And so people enjoyed the human interaction. And it was time to do that because we had had a series of paper surveys or online surveys, which are good, but it was time to have face-to-face conversation. One of the questions was, what brought you to this church? How did you get here first? And the answers to that were varied. Some people were invited by friends, and they came and they liked what they saw, so they came back. Some people were attracted to the ministries that were on the website, and they came and they got involved and then later joined. We found out that it's a very diverse congregation, so there are diverse reasons for people being here.
Okay, so, you know, something else I heard was that one of the reasons also that people join here is because we have a variety of different styles of worship and different types of worship. So there's something that would normally fit everybody is the diversity of worship times and styles that we have. In addition to the convenient location being downtown.
Absolutely.
So you can get here from anywhere and you can leave here and go anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
I also think that one of the things I heard over and over was that people feel like we're willing to talk about important things. And so differences of opinions are not shied away from, and we deal with important issues, and people like to be engaged in that way.
You know, one of the things, Mimi, that I heard was that this is a safe place to ask questions. And a lot of our congregation appreciates the fact that we are involved in issues and that we are an advocate, and they feel that this is a good place to be, simply because of that. And also the many ministries in which we are involved, not only here locally, but on a statewide issue and on a national issue.
Absolutely. I think another thing that relates to feeling comfortable here is that we really encourage people, no matter where they are on their own journey, spiritual journey, they are welcome, and we work with them no matter what they're trying to figure out about who God is or who they are. And we meet them where they are and offer programming so that they can get their answers met and be on a journey with all the rest of us.
You know, this is especially true when we think about those issues that touch our everyday lives, like poverty and education and hunger and homelessness and healthcare. You know, those are all things with which we deal with daily. And at First United Methodist Church, we have something in either one of those areas that can engage anyone and everyone.
Absolutely.
So it was good to hear that during the conversations. You know, Mimi, while we've been having this conversation, it really doesn't cover everything that we heard during the conversations, but it gives a 30,000-foot elevation. There were some things that we heard that we haven't touched on, like from the Finance Committee, how to correctly share the financial position of the church with the rest of the congregation. And those things we can address individually. But overall, what we've shared in the conversation today is generally what we heard from people during the conversations last year.